Welcome to Air TV Africa, Nigeria #1 internet radio and web TV on education. Today on Trending Issue on Education, we have a very important discussion and a topic to be treated. And it's just unfortunate that all these incidents is happening in Nigeria, and it's becoming too rampant in our educational sector. The tertiary institution, the secondary, the primary in Nigeria is becoming too unbearable. Just 24 hours ago, a report came to the media, social media, that a young man was beaten to death by his colleagues in a private institution here in Nigeria. Sure, that same institution a few weeks back also experienced a female student that was raped by the vigilante, the security that was employed to secure these students. Where is the school? What is the name of the school? The name of the school is Ajayi Crowther University in Oyo State. We woke up less than 24 hours ago, precisely Saturday, Sunday, that just passed, that a young man was allegedly said to steal a phone that belongs to his friends, his hostel mates, his schoolmates. And they took law into their hands by arresting him to their room and shaved his hair, believing that they want to punish him, and were beaten for almost 10 hours from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. the next morning. We woke up to hear that the young man could not breathe and could not walk again. Now, why is it Ajayi Crowther University? Within weeks, 2 incidents happened in this school, a private school that parents pay so much to put their children. And believing that an institution is a private school, that is the first that comes to parents is security. Our private institution, especially the university, are they well secured? The money we are paying for all this, does it really show that these children are well secured or these students are well secured? This is a slap on Nigerian Minister of Education. Few weeks ago, we were all talking about the bullying activities that happened at the British School, Abuja. The NGOs, the Minister for Women Affairs and Children, went to this school, shut down the school, and they were on social media. Everybody went agog on this incident, to the extent that even we here in Air TV, we air the program, in fact, into series. But if this can happen, just a bullying activity that happened in the secondary school, private secondary school, it was all the way on social media. But I wonder why this kind of thing is happening in a private setup, a university for that matter. This is a shame to the authority of this school. Do we fold our hands and allow this incident to continue, or we should take a drastic action? The incident of the female student was raped by 2 security guards. The school authorities said that they set up a panel and the 2 security are handed over to the police. We're still expecting the investigation report out from social media critics and from media critics to say something about it. Not too long ago, the same institution, another incident happened. So what we want to discuss, I have to discuss something with me, a fellow of the NGFP, posted to Air TV, and the educational analyst. We are here to discuss this issue and see how we can prefer solution to this incident for the occurring in other higher institutions and tertiary institutions around. We just left the issue of bullying. We are still continuing on that topic. We want to find solution to most of the problems encountered in most private schools and public schools. Assuming this happened in a public school, I believe Nigerians will come up and talk against the Minister of Education. In fact, talk against the President of the country. When this happened in a private school, parents pay so much. So with me today, I have Ismail and I have Raquel on the studio to discuss this topic. Now, you're welcome to the studio. Madam Raquel and my good handsome man, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Now, Raquel, I want to start with you. When you read this thing on social media, what was your reaction on this issue of a young man beaten to death by his colleagues for allegedly stealing a phone?
Well, my first reaction to this news was disappointment. Like, it was sorrowful, too. And 3, it's annoying. It's really, really annoying because these things has been happening both in public and private university for quite a while. But this one is just not acceptable. It's saddening. It's very, very saddening, because why would you take laws into your hands regardless of whatever he has done? They shouldn't have done that. Like, so it's really disappointing for me. A private school at that. It's really disappointing.
Now, my young man, when you read this incident as an educational analyst, what comes to your mind?
On Saturday morning, it was a really sad news, because hearing this kind of thing that happened in the school setting or in the educational sector is very, very sad. Because this must not be happening. It discourages some people to go to school. And also, people that are in school, they won't feel safe in school environment again. So that's my own view.
For now.
Yeah.
Nigerians, you heard, they are graduates. They went to school and they are back. They finished the NYSC and they are analyzing the incident. Everybody said it is sad. Very, very sad. Now, I want to come to you, Raquel, again. Okay. Now, allegedly stole phone. What is the possibility that this guy stole phone? Is it true, or he top up accusation on this young man? Because he's dead. He won't be able to say anything. Does it really show that this young man stole the phone, or he top up accusation against him, or allegation?
Well, the chances of him stealing that phone is, I would say, is 50%, because I remember when I was in ND, my roommate, she accused me of something I didn't do. I was not even aware, but luckily for me, someone that was good enough to walk up to me and tell me that, why did you do so thing? And I was like, I didn't do this, but this person is already dead. You can't be asked, did you steal this phone? It's already dead. They can cook up anything. It could be a setup. It could be a cover-up. It might not even steal the phone, and it might have stolen the phone. So this thing is under probability, because he is dead. We can't say for sure what happened. Had it been he's still alive, we can actually know if truly he stole the phone, or if it was another incident that happened that led to that reaction from his fellow students. So that would be my say on this, that I'm not really sure. It's a 50% chance.
Yeah, Ismail. He was captured, taken to their room, shaved his head for stealing a phone. What is the correspondence between you stole the phone, shaved his head, and beaten? Does that look like a true story?
According to the video I watched,
yes.
This does not sound like the guy stole the phone.
Okay.
Because shaving, if you stole the phone truly, you should like maybe beat him only and maybe report him to the authority and retrieve your phone. But shaving his head is a kind of maybe they are initiating him to a court, or it's not, what is there is not clear, because the guy in this action is dead. What is there is that maybe there's something between them.
Okay.
And also, maybe they want to use this phone scenario to cover it up.
Okay.
And like I said, this the issue there is that maybe they want to initiate him to court, or they want to initiate him to something else.
Okay.
Because stealing of phone does not regard you shaving his head. You can only beat him, report him to the authority, or beat him and retrieve your phone from him. That's just it.
Shaving his head is not part of the punishment, even if the allegation was true that he stole the phone. shaving his hair, to the extent they went to the point of shaving his hair. That is area where Nigerian Security Service, the security agency, should look into. So folk, and you shave his hair, that is suspicious. Something is happening in that corner. Nigerians, parents, students should wake up to this boy issue. It is the beginning of atrocity in Nigerian private universities. We can no longer take such. This is atrocity beyond human thinking. What is the cost of the phone, if true? Now, I come to you again. A school that has a kind of religious background, a name that everybody in Nigeria who taught history, civil education, social study must have come across. Name after an institution of learning. Is that not a disgrace? What do you say to that? Ajayi Crowther name, school, Ajayi Crowther University. It's just like naming an institution Jesus Christ University. What can you say? Let's look at that aspect.
This is what I would say, that this is where the Minister of Education should come to look. Not only this university, other universities. This is why we have appointed ministers to take care of these things. You are the Minister of Education. You should be able to reach out to the next level, that is the Vice Chancellor of the school. How is this school doing? If you hear any reports, anything at all, you should not overlook it or let it slide. Let them know that, okay, if this thing should get out, the Minister of Education will take laws into the necessary places. Because they feel this, not even only Ajayi Crowther alone, there are other reputable schools that have really nice names. And Ajayi Crowther, like you said earlier, is a very, very good name. Bishop Ajayi Crowther. He did well.
Yeah.
But the students coming out from that place, even from their grammar school, it's not even the university, not even the grammar school. Those boys, they are error. Let's be sincere with ourselves. They are error. Because when I was in secondary school, this formation, Ajayi Crowther Memorial Grammar School, those boys are terrors. Let's be sincere, because I've witnessed their power before. So this thing, the Minister of Education should look into it. The school itself, the Vice Chancellor, the necessary bodies that make up a school should also talk to these students, curb their actions. If there's anything whatsoever, peradventure happens, curb it immediately. That way, you will instill discipline into these students that if this thing should happen, they won't even think about it. They know the consequences, that this is what will happen. Because the boy that was beaten to death, imagine, no students could even call the security that so thing is happening. They feel like it's a norms, like my normal thing will happen for you. If I talk now, I'll be the and these particular boys, they are not just doing it. They are not just doing it at all. So these things, I feel like the Minister of Education to look into the necessary things that need to be done, and the other school bodies like the associates, the boards, and everything. They should really look into it. That's what I would say.
Dear viewers, kindly go to www.youtube.com/@AirTVAfrica to subscribe to our video. Or you see the subscribe button on your screen. Just click subscribe so that you can view all our videos and our weekly videos released every Friday. Be our good viewers. Thank you. Welcome back on this topic. The student that was beaten to death by another co-student at Ajayi Crowther University, Oyo. That's what we were discussing before the short break. Now, the young man is dead. Lost his life because of an allegation that has not been substantiated till now. How can we help such thing not to repeat itself, especially in that institution? Because like I said earlier, that institution in the last few weeks has been coming on social media, coming on news for nothing tangible. Rape, beaten to death, and a private institution for that matter. Ajayi Crowther University for that matter. We try to know who is Ajayi Crowther. It's a bishop who translates the English Bible to the Yoruba language. And that's a name in Christianity, in Christendom, that people respect so much. And that school is a mission school that is owned by an Anglican Communion of Nigeria. So it is not a school that is owned by any individual. It is a school with a religious background. It is a school with a belief. It's a religious school. It's a faith-based school. And this kind of news is coming from that school, where I think the authority and the management of that institution need to sit right. We expecting good news, research. The Ajayi Crowther came up with a research to find solution to particular chemical, engineering, or arts research in Nigeria. Not this kind of research they are giving us every day, or blackmailing the name of the school. They should come of age. They should come to tell Nigerians what is transpiring, or why the management of the school is not so serious about security of the lives and property in that institution. I remember some times ago, that same institution also, student protests that they don't have a good clinic. That somebody had the malaria and was taken to the school clinic, and one of the students died because they don't have a good clinic. Why Ajayi Crowther University? This is too much of that school. The security agents and the federal government, Nigeria University Commission, and Minister of Education should look into the licensing of that university and tell us what is wrong. Thank you, viewers. Back to my guests. Rike, you gave an instance that even the name is not well respected. The name of the school had a second bishop, Ajayi Crowther Memorial Secondary School. The boys go wide, the boy did this. That's why I said earlier, it's a blackmailing to the name, blackmailing to the authority of Anglican Communion, if really they really want to be a good proprietor of such school. Let's leave that by the side. Let's talk about the young man that was dead and the culprit. Now, the victim, this circumstance, what do you think the government should do to those guys who beat this young man to death? And Ismail said the other time that there are neighbors, there are people in the hostel where this thing happened. This is that they are not aware. Is that this guy was tied in his mouth, cannot shout, or what? Or they are not aware that somebody is being beaten there. Okay, can you just give me more explanation, more light into that?
Well, my take on this talk now is that, like I said earlier, this action is not the first one they would have performed in that hostel. For nobody to have the confidence to go and report, because there is no way you will beat someone. Even if you don't hear the person cry, you will hear the sound of the cane or whatever it is that was used to beat the person, either a belt, wood, anything you will hear. So there is no, except there is nobody in that hostel as at the time it happened. We can say, okay, there was nobody to report the situation. But if there were people in the hostel, then those guys, it's not their first time of doing it. And anybody that report, they'll find the person and also deal with the person as well. For nobody to walk up to the securities to go and report the situation to them. That's what I would say has happened in that scenario.
Okay, Ismail, is it possible for somebody to be beaten for 10 hours? Nobody hear the sound outside. The victim being beaten, he cannot cry. Is it possible? From perspective, we are looking at maybe their neighbors are also
part of the corporate.
Yes, culprit to that incident. Is it a joint thing, or is it because is it a mistake? You can see that it's not a mistake. For beating for 10 hours, shaving his head, it wasn't a mistake. So neighbors in the hostel could not hear his cries, could not hear his shout, could not hear the bird beating by bird, something's wrong. So what is your view?
Like I said earlier, that it's a form of cultist stuff. Because if you are beating someone, nobody went to report to the porter. Even though the porter of the hostel should have had the voice, because it's around the midnight, in the middle of the night. What I said is a cult stuff is that you beating them, maybe the rest know this group of people that if anybody that went to report, you have a punishment to serve. Or even the porter knows these boys that okay, if I come in, there will be punishment for me, or I'll also be beaten like the guy. So that's why people said, okay, it's none of my business. Let me look away because I don't want to get into that trouble. So that was my own.
Okay, viewers, you see, this is a way we can also give judgment from our own heart. But the security agent knows more than us in this aspect. That's why we call on Nigerian police, the DSS, Nigerian Army, and all security agents in Nigeria to help us unveil this darkness area that is not clear to Nigerians. How can a young man allegedly stole phone? If it was true, and his phone was recovered from him, if yes, and was shaved his hair, that could not less than 30 minutes. He did not shout and was start beating. He was beating the person for 10 good hours as a stress, and nobody heard his cry. Nobody heard the sound of the beating, and the young man lost his life in the early hours of the morning. Something is fishy in this report, and something is fishy with the news. Ajayi Crowther University, we call upon you, come out and tell Nigerians what transpired in your institution. Tell us. Don't hide under the sending or forming a committee to look into these things. We don't want to hear that again. We want to hear the truth and the right report. So many incidents we've heard about your institution that is not palatable to us who are hearing and to Nigerians. These are things that makes parents to send their children to private schools. Security. They believe public schools are not secured. So what is the difference between a public school, a public tertiary institution, and a private tertiary institution, especially the one that is happening in your school? I'm talking to Ajayi Crowther University Management now. We cannot keep quiet on this, and we cannot shut down on this. We keep talking, and we keep asking for questions. The Nigerian University Commission that gave the authority license to establish universities to also come into Nigerian aids, come to this family aids, and know what is happening in this school. Honorable Minister for Education, this is your jurisdiction. This is under you. You gave your word when the bullying activities happened at the Lee British School, a private secondary school for that matter. This is a private university. We confirm that the Minister for Women Affairs also visited the British School. Today, the school has been sued. What is happening to Ajayi Crowther University? We are talking from our own hand here because we want to know what is happening, and we want to get a solution to this so that this thing will not continue in Nigerian universities, in Nigerian tertiary institutions. A life is lost. Tomorrow is that young man. We don't know who will be the victim tomorrow. Yesterday was that young man. Sorry. Tomorrow we don't know who will be the victim. The victim we don't know. This one that happened we knew. Please, we want to unravel the cause of this. I want an end to this such incident in Nigerian institution. We want to round up this segment, and we'll come up with more information on this incident as time goes on. Watch out the next series. We shall be back. Thank you. I'm Adifa by name, representing ATV Africa. Thank you. Bye for now.